about pets. We're all about fun. We have the nicest people. Our deals are number one. You'll love Dave's Soda and Pet City. We make shopping for your pet fun, 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 fun.
We're filming. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Dave's Pet Show. I have standing here with young Matthew and his folks dog,
Yes.
right?
This is Caramia, the Yorkshire Terrier.
Caramia.
Caramia.
Why?
Why? Dear one in
had
Italian.
a headache
Yes,
to
Caramia
that.
why?
Yes.
I
Thank you.
was a little young.
That
for
was unrehearsed.
Yes, that was pretty quick. But anyway, she's gotten a little bigger. She was on the first time and she was about 3 pounds.
Yep.
She's a monstrous 7 pounds now, so she's grown in 2 months.
She won't get much bigger.
Not too much bigger.
This is
Maybe-
actually a big Yorkie,
This
right?
is a big
7
Yorkie,
pounds?
yeah. She's a pretty good sized Yorkie because Julie has one that's about 3 months older and he is only 5 pounds.
Right.
So she's a good sized girl. And she actually has, this is her natural form of ears. Some Yorkies have the ears pinned or clipped and they stick up, but we kept her ears down. So we kept her all
So
natural.
she doesn't hear as well?
She hears fine, but her ears just hang down like a hound dog. So
So why do people clip them?
a lot of it's just aesthetics. A lot of it's aesthetics, and sometimes like it's with
Doesn't that hurt the dog?
no, not necessarily when they do it young enough. Just like anything, getting your ears pierced. I mean, they do put. Not sure exactly how they do it, but they do some pain relief as they go. But it heals up. But we kept her natural.
So if you were going to show this dog, do you
Ears up. Yep.
ears up?
Ears up.
It's like Adobe, right?
Yep, exactly the same thing. But we kept him down.
Yep.
Looks cute, pet house dog. So
Yeah.
she looks fine. Doesn't
So
hurt anyway,
I want to
shape or form.
interrupt you before we talk about the new dog or cat, and I want to talk about. This is, I think, the best promotion we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a gift card at Dave's, we will donate 10% of the value of that gift card back to TJ's or Dakin, one of the shelters, in the form of a gift card, which they love because they come in and use it to buy pet food or supplies that they need.
Mm-hmm.
So all you have to do is mention the word shelter when you buy it, and then we will know that to donate 10% of what you did. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Excellent.
So now.
Now.
We just had a buddy of mine, R.A., was just here. He just adopted a dog from Dakin, and there's dogs to be had, and cats, folks. And this is a great time of year to do it. You know, it was interesting. Remember years ago, we said don't get a puppy for Christmas because of all the. So the director of Dakin a while ago wrote an article, the retired director, that Christmas is a great time to introduce a new dog or cat because it gets to meet everybody in the socialization.
Right.
And all, so basically what we were saying before is probably wrong, and it was all your fault because I was completely on the other side, but it was you who was wrong, Matt.
Horrible.
But so anyway, this is a great time. The shelters are full of dogs. So let's talk about what you need when you get a dog,
Okay, well.
and especially a monster dog like
This gigantic dog is going to
Yep.
need a few things. First of all, any puppy teeths, they have baby teeth and they're
Yep.
cutting adult teeth, so they need something to teeth on.
Yep.
What I got for these did wonderfully.
Did
are
you do
these-
this?
I chomped that out.
Yeah.
It just felt so good chewing on that there. Pet stages, any hard rubber thing that they can chew on, they can pull because
Yep.
it helps pacify their gums.
Yep.
Also relieves boredom. When you're putting them in a crate, when you're crate training,
Yep.
you don't put water or anything like that, but you do want to give them something to entertain themselves while you're out. Little trick is dipping that in water, putting it in the freezer. And throw it and give it to them frozen, and they love it. That'll
Right.
protect them from chewing on stuff that they shouldn't be.
Yeah. So what he just said, his dog ate a chair.
Ate the wood off the chair. Exactly. The dog is teeth. That one is a bigger
Right.
dog, so he's growing in his adult teeth when they really start chomping on things.
Right.
When you see them chewing on something that you don't want them to do, That's where you give a good firm no, pull them away, and then give them something that you want to chew on.
You got to replace it.
Replace it with something. This is what you take. This is yours, that's not yours.
Right.
So you do, positive reinforcement, giving something, you're changing their idea of thinking there.
How old is this dog?
This dog is a little over 5 months.
Right.
So she's
is she still in a crate?
She is still. She's coming out. She's doing very well on housebreaking.
Yeah.
But whenever she's unattended, she definitely is in a crate still. She still is in a crate. Every time I take her out of the crate, I take her right outside to the same bathroom spot, and I stay there till she goes. As she's going, I give her a reward. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Give her a little treat.
It's funny how she. What you like a good girl?
She likes that. She likes that comment. See,
yes,
it's positive
yes.
reinforcement. She's been rewarded, and now she knows if I go there, and I just keep doing it in the same spot. The trick is that I've caught her a few times going in the house. You see her, if you see her doing tight little sniffing circles,
you know that something's up.
and she's squatting, pick her up and go no, but you immediately run her to that same bathroom spot, put her down, and then reward her as she finishes.
Yep.
So you have to do a correction, positive reinforcement, correct it that way. So it's consistency.
So I'm not sure about little lap dogs like this, but and then a lot of dogs you want to stay outside and play with them after, because part of the reward is
playing. Absolutely.
staying outside and playing with
Absolutely.
them.
Nice long walk.
Yeah.
You get them out a nice trot around the yard.
Yep.
Do a little run, almost like do a little run on the lead there.
Yep.
And then take them out. In this one, if it's raining, you take them back inside and you play fetch with them, burn some energize.
So
energy.
let's talk about crate training. So how long can my dog stay in the crate?
How long can your dog stay in the crate? It depends on the dog. Smaller dogs are going to go a little bit shorter, so a good probably 4 to 5 hours is the max for a little one. But it all varies on the dog. As they get older, they can
only hold
it. The trick is also you don't want to give them food and water immediately before they go into the crate, because you're filling up their bladder and their digestive tract, and that's going to make it more difficult for them.
So even at night, you should pull away the water.
Right. An hour before you go to bed, take your water up. Before you go to bed, take them outside, give them the last bathroom, last break there.
Yep.
And then the first thing you do when you get up in the morning is you just immediately take the dog out. Don't open the crate and let the dog go running all around, because you're going to have a mess on the floor and you're going to be doing that correction. Take the dog immediately outside to your same bathroom spot with a reward her as she finishes.
Okay.
Just keep doing it over and over.
So I know we get this question a lot. We get dogs that are voracious chewers. And people come in and say, I need something that the dog won't go through in 30 seconds. So
these last forever.
Yeah, this is an antler. It is split so that the dog can get right to, I guess it's the marrow, right? And I'm telling you folks, if you have one of those dogs that chews through, steel, these last forever.
And these are wonderful on the dog's teeth because you're scraping tartar off too.
Right.
Okay, and that's important. A lot of problems happen when you get heavy tartar. If the tartar builds up excessive amounts on their teeth, that can cause all sorts of digestive and kidney problems.
So a lot of people think that the kibble takes the tartar off.
No,
it does not.
Does not.
It's not even close.
Have to have something that they can chew and scrape, and a little maintenance on the teeth as well too.
So an antler, and so these are naturally, they're right here in this country. Actually the company's from the Cape that does this, but I don't know how many deer they have running around the Cape, around Provincetown or something. But anyway, all natural, very, very safe. And here's why I like these. Years ago, we used to sell tons of rawhide. We don't sell a lot of rawhide anymore. And one of the reasons we don't is, and why I never gave it to my dogs, is I was afraid of them taking a chunk of the rawhide off and swallowing it. And I don't think it happened. I've been doing this 42 years. And I can't even remember ever hearing it, but there's no chance of the dog taking a chunk off and it getting caught in its throat.
It's just straight scraping and chewing. That's it.
The cool thing, I didn't bring it over here, about rawhide is they now make rawhide that digests in the system. The no skin rawhides that even if the dog takes a chunk off, it'll digest.
Right.
So treats, etc. Puppy pads. There's two different ways of training your dog. Some people like training pads. Some people just
go right. This is great for really little dogs. For example, I used it this very beginning. I got her at 9 weeks, and she hadn't had all her shots yet, so I was very hesitant to bring her outside into the yard. So what I did is I put training pads by the door, and that's where I parked her when she went to the bathroom, and then I translated the next step was putting a pad outside in her bathroom spot. So I moved it outside, and then she caught on really quickly. It's also great on rainy days for little dogs. Some dogs hate the rain.
My male Ogden hates going out.
So this is actually, this has a natural attractant. They will actually come up and they'll use that. But definitely when you move the pads outside to where you eventually want the dog to go permanently.
So I will also tell you, we have the best price on pads in the history of the world. We buy truckloads at a time of these pads. Nobody can touch our pad prices, so that's kind of cool. And then
if you do have an accident,
and it happens.
It happens while you're expect that to happen when they're a puppy. So expect to have some of this on hand. Because this is a fantastic product because it breaks down the enzymes inside the dog's urine, so it removes the stain.
Right. And again, this is the same company that does the pads. We buy these by the truck. This is like half the price of what you would find, even a generic brand, at one of the big box stores. So here's the other thing, it works.
It does.
Which is a big deal. So I think we have this on sale for like $8 or $9 or $9.99 or something for
and you don't need
gallon.
you don't need huge amount. It lasts a long time, so you can actually, if you have a big dog, you'll go through it quicker. But it takes away the odor. The trick is dogs keep going back to where they smell, where they've gone in the past. This takes the actual odor out of the stain where the dog went, so the dog doesn't repeat.
Great. All right, so this is a good say. Don't go away, folks. You can take a bathroom break now. Use your pad. Don't forget to use the pad.
Clean up with this.
And we'll be and then clean it up with this. And in case you missed the pad, we'll be back in just a minute. Well, we're back with Krabby Matt. He's in a really bad mood. What have we here? This is one of my favorite Christmas gifts.
Oh, these are great. These are just so much fun. These are hermit crabs, and these are a fun gift because they're neat to take care of. They're interesting to watch.
Can they fall out of there?
Nope, they hang on. These actually hang on really well. It's almost nearly impossible to pull them out of the shell. They've got such
Why don't you try? Let me see what happens.
No, we don't want to do that. One, I will lose my finger, and two, he won't be very happy. But anyway, these
He's not as dumb as he looks.
No. I caught onto that, because he's already got. These are such a cool, interesting creature.
Matt, he's going to get you.
He is going to, see, he's
No, put him down. I'm getting nervous. He's going to get you.
Well, this is a perfect thing. You can see how
he might suck your brain right out of your finger.
Yep, we have actually birthday parties at Dave's. We have one, we do them in Agawam. We're going to be starting in Hadley as well, too. And part of the fun that we have during the birthday parties, we have hermit crab races. And we have all the kids pick a hermit crab and we race them. And they
does that take like 4 hours for it to go?
Surprisingly, once they get home, they usually don't end up where you want them to go. They go straight across, but they're going to go in circles. But the kids love it just because they're so fascinating when they walk. At one of the parties, one of the guests actually stumped me with, he knew we were stumping with trivia. What do they know about? Told me they go to the bathroom through their antennas, which is, looked it up, it's absolutely correct. So you're going to learn some fascinating fact about it now. You can tell all your friends that. Care of a 9-year-old boy. Ooh, he got me. He's angry, so we're going to put one down. They do pinch.
I love it.
He got me. But anyway, we're going to go to this one. He's a little less angry.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of a joke about going to the bathroom through an antenna. There's got to be something.
There's got to be
something there.
My train of thought is just derailed right there.
Right.
Now, to keep these guys right here, of course, they do pinch, so you do want to handle them carefully. You do want to pick them up gently and carefully. They like to be kept in a group. So one will be fine.
Wait a minute, Matt.
Yes.
If they're hermits, why do they like to be kept in a group?
A group hermit. Oh, well, you're good at the jokes. I'm not. But keep them in a group. They do like to have stuff that they can climb on. They do like to have a dish of fresh water that they can drink. These things right here actually is what they drink off. These are sponges, and they actually come and they'll actually drink off of those. So it's good to keep them damp. a little dish of salt water that they can climb into.
So that's fresh water, that's
and that's
salt water?
right. And then every day you want to take a spray bottle and mist them, because these actually don't have lungs, they have gills.
And if you go away for a while and you really miss them,
you miss them, you miss
come
them.
back.
You come back and mist them again. Now, make sure they are misted daily, because they do have gills rather than lungs, and if they dry out, they actually suffocate. So they like a very humid environment. So every day you take a spray bottle and you just sort of mist the whole cage down. They like to have sand to burrow in, a little bit of sand. They need, as they have actually exoskeletons, so when they grow, they actually will molt out of their...
Like a snake.
Right, they'll actually shed, exactly.
Yeah,
And to do it, they have to go underground. They actually have to burrow, because when they actually are shedding, they're vulnerable to predators. So they actually burrow underneath the ground. So you want to have at least an inch layer of sand or substrate for them to go under. Of course, as the shells right here are not part of them.
They're not?
No, they're not part. They
You
actually.
mean somebody painted those?
Somebody painted those. Believe it or not, they were not. We did not genetically cross to get a penguin on a shell.
Oh,
Okay,
I thought
so
maybe they came from Antarctica.
Antarctica. You never know. That's they settle in their environment. Now, as they get bigger, they actually pull out of the shell and then pull into a new one.
We do have some cute ones.
I have some cute ones, yes, and we do actually have some.
Did we sell all the Patriot ones?
Yeah,
all
Patriots are sold out for the season. Those come back in.
Yep.
Those come back in the fall.
Yep.
We will be getting the baseball ones the next time around as well. We also have just the traditional natural ones too. Just so there's one of all different interest in here.
So if you get a crab, you should never get just one. You should get two or three.
They can survive by themselves, but they are a communal animal, so you do want to keep them in a little group, which goes to our next thing. This setup right here is everything you need. It has everything. You've got a nice spacious aquarium with a door that opens up from the top.
Yep.
You get your sand substrate. You actually get your soil. You combine the two for a nice ground base that they can burrow in. You have your saltwater conditioner, your freshwater conditioner. You got food dishes and mineral blocks. So everything you need. The only thing that you would add, maybe some decorations in there.
You don't need a light? Yeah, I noticed we have a light.
They do like temperature above 72 degrees. As long as it's above 72 degrees, they're happy. So you can either use a heating pad, or if you have a heating lamp,
The heating pad you put underneath.
they can go right underneath that. But as long
Not
as you
inside the tank, folks. It
no,
goes
not inside.
under the
Underneath,
tank. Right.
underneath. Right. The crabs will ruin it.
Right.
As long as you're above 72 degrees, they're fine. They're fine. So warm temperature. Most importantly is humidity. You want to spray them down and keep them damp, keep them humid.
Okay.
But maintaining them, you can actually just use a little sifter pan, like a cat litter pan, just to scoop off any debris out of the sand.
Yep.
Change your water. It's a very easy.
They don't smell.
They
I mean,
don't
that's a
smell
good
at
thing.
all. Yep.
Right.
They don't smell. They're quiet.
Yep.
It's easy. Like I said, the only thing is that just
And
when
if
you
you're in
hold them,
college, they don't steal your girlfriend or
Right,
your boyfriend.
nothing like
they
that.
don't take your beer. They right.
nothing like that. They're
Right.
unusual, and like I said, a lot of people actually
Talk
do
to me about
colonies
this about the gravel and stuff. Is it special kind of gravel? Or,
It is a calcium-based sand. It is basically almost like they really are not picky about what type of sand they have, as long as it's clean.
I would hope so. They're
right.
hermits for crying out
exactly.
loud.
As long as they have something they can burrow in and it stays clean. There's a little bit of calcium that actually in the sand that for reptiles, and it works the same for crabs, gives them a little extra calcium boost.
Yep.
But you also have that through your mineral blocks. So as long as your sand is clean,
Yep.
as long as it's kept maintained,
So
as long as
you
deep enough.
just need a cat litter scoop.
Just a cat scoop or a reptile scoop,
Yeah.
just to pull off any of the debris out of that.
Yeah.
And then this right here is soil. You actually, when you make this together, you mix it together, so you have sort of a soil-sand combination. Now again, it actually gives, that soil holds in the humidity, sand gives them a little something to burrow in.
Okay.
So it keeps it.
And how long do the crabs live?
The record was 34 years. So these are, believe it or not, very long-lived. Not uncommon to have these for 10 to 15 years.
Holy
so it's
smokes.
like I said, a lot, just like a turtle, they'll go a long time.
And they don't get any bigger.
Like I said, some of them get up to the
Yeah.
size of I've seen them the size of a pear.
Yeah.
So there are some good sized ones, but most of these are, a couple inches at the most.
And where are these native?
A lot of these are, they're around the world, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand.
We get ours from California. or
These
Florida?
are all, these are all from Florida. So these are all
Yeah.
bred in farms down in Florida.
Yeah.
And like I said,
So I have a serious question. Have the farms sort of recovered from all the storms and
Yes,
all that kind
yes.
of stuff?
Everything
And
is pretty
even
much-
the fish farms.
for the most part, there's still some lag on some things, but for
Yeah.
the most part, they're getting back into business quite well. Like Caribbean is still a little behind.
Yeah.
But Florida is fine. Florida, everything's fine. Some of the imports overseas are good.
So I like these for a number of reasons. First of all, you don't need this big tank.
Right.
You can get a smaller one. And they're really pretty low maintenance, and I promise you, they don't smell.
They don't.
That's a huge.
And
right.
it's fat. A lot of kids, like I said, enjoy watching these. It's an easy kid. It's an easy pet for a classroom.
Yeah.
It's an easy group, like a group
Yeah,
pet.
they pinch.
They pinch. Yeah, they can get you pretty good. It's not hard. If they ever clamp onto you, and they hang on, run them under a little warm water and they'll let go. But if you just hold them upright, for the most part, they're not going to bother you.
For the most part. Unless you got a really sneaky one.
Sneaky one that just got me. But
right.
But
is this a workman's comp case? Are you okay?
I'll live. I think I'll live. I've had worse.
Okay. All right, folks, don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment. We got to get Matt to the emergency care. Hey, folks, it's Dave from Dave's Soda in Pet City. If you want a truly all-natural food, you only have one choice. It's Nature's Logic. There is absolutely no synthetic anything in this food. No synthetic vitamins. It's the only food in the planet that can make that claim. It's a fabulous food, Nature's Logic. I love it at Dave's. Hey everybody, so this is the fun part of the show. We're here with Donna, who's one of the trainers who works at our store in Agawam. And this dog we know because it was on a commercial with me.
Yep, this is Trace. He's an American Eskimo.
Yep.
He's 9.5 years old. I show him at the dog shows. He's a breed grand champion. He's got a couple of utility titles in the performance events. Right now what we're doing is a new thing that the American Kennel Club came out called the trick dog testing. There's 4 levels: novice, intermediate, advanced, and performer. He's got his other 3 titles rather, and I'm having him evaluated by my friend Carol, because she's also who we bribed, right?
To get a good eval. Yes.
So that she's going to see his story. We pick out some of the tricks that he's done in the previous levels, we add them together, and we make a little skit out of it. So right now, he's going to perform.
You can't make this up, folks.
He's going to perform his little skit that we got ready for Carol to observe for us.
So how many times does he get to do this in case
he only has to show it?
Let me say it. In case he gets stage fright doing his skit?
We can do it till he does what he's required.
Got it.
So right now, he's waiting to do what... you got to lay down there.
You have to lay down.
We give you permission to get up.
Yeah.
But he's got to do his visit first.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. You ready? Let's go back over here.
Donna, I think he needs more hair.
And this is a lot of less hair because I pull a lot out.
Oh, you know. I love, yeah.
He's sucking up is what he's doing.
Your mean mommy makes you do all that work. You just come here and get some loving.
That's right.
Okay.
Sit. Okay, down, head down. Down, head down. Good. Down all the way. All right. No, down, all the way down. Down. Good. All right. In our story, Trace is homeless. He lives on the street. He's very sad. Head down. All right, he's sad. Good. And he can get a treat when he does anything that's right, especially with using the clicker. Head down. Head down. Good. All right. Trace lives under the bridge, so he has to cross the bridge to get to where the homeless live under the bridge because he sleeps in a box. All right, we're going to cross the bridge. Walk it. He's walking across the bridge. Good. He's going to go sleep in the box. Get in the box. Up. Over here. Sit. Down. He's sleeping in the box. Good. He gets up in the morning and he gets his bowl. Over here. Come. Up. There's his bowl. Here. Sit. Get your bowl. And he begs for food on the street. People put food in his bowl and he shakes hands. Give me your paw. Good boy. he has to search all over the town for food, and he has to walk on a lot of uneven surfaces. He finds food under cups on the street. Good. Come over here. You found the food. Get it, get it, get it. Good. All right, over here. He's got to walk on uneven surfaces around the town. Sit on the wobble board. Sit. Good. Then when he finds food, right here, he will balance it on his nose. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good boy. After which he can have the food. Get it, get it, get it. Good boy. Then he will he will back up, back, 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 back. He will circle, around. Good. Circle right, around here. Circle left. When he finds his food, under the cookies, under the cups again. Good. Come here. Trace. Right here. He jumps for joy when he finds the food. Uppies. Up. Yay, good boy. And that's the end of his story.
Come here. Oh, that was unbelievable. So, who was the creative input for the story?
You can make up your own.
I see.
You can Trace here.
You know, he should give begging lessons.
Yes, he should be at begging lessons. He's good for that. He's good for that.
So you make up the story.
We make up the story.
And then you vouch for the story and
Yeah.
that the dog did everything.
All
and
the
then-
little different tricks.
And then what happens?
She signs off on the sheet.
Yeah.
We mail it into the American Kennel Club, and they send us a certificate
Yeah.
stating that he's now a performer trick dog. And then we use the words TKP, or
Yeah.
the letters TKP,
Yep.
and they have a registered name. So whenever we do up any paperwork or stuff like that for the American Kennel Club, we put those letters after their name to say that they've earned the title.
Does he get a stage name?
Yeah, his stage name is Pat's Iris Warp Signature.
I see. Well, that's easy to remember.
His call name is Trace.
Does he have his own Facebook page and Instagram page yet?
Yeah, my husband has set that up for him too.
Of course he
puts
does.
all his stuff
Of
there.
Of course you do. Oh my word! What a
Good
great
boy.
dog.
That's a good boy. Ready? Swing.
Well, thank you
Yay,
very much for
swing.
watching our.
Yay.
Yeah, this is like the parents coming and filming the kid at the school
Yeah.
play, right, for the skit. So is this the last show before Christmas? Probably. So Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
See you next week.
Hope all your dogs get what they want for Christmas.
Right. Hey, folks, if your dog has a food allergy and you are looking for a limited ingredient, single protein food, California Natural is the best that you can do. As far as I know, it has the fewest ingredients. So if you're looking for a reasonably priced, limited ingredient diet, try California Natural at Dave's.
Whee! Yaha! Hi, fellas. What's up?